Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. I hope that you are having a magnificent week. I just looked at the date and of course I knew it was May 8th, but it just kind of hit me like, oh my gosh, like we're already 8 days into this month. It feels like time just keeps going faster. I clearly know that that's not the case, but I'm quite surprised that it's already May 8th. So do me a favor, say hello when you join. I'd love to be able to say hello to you and to acknowledge you for being with us. All of you who know me know what the hat means. That once again, it was a bad hair day for me. I'm super excited to have Dr. Jasmine with me today. Dr. Jasmine's going to tell you what you've been wanting to know. And that is, Barb, how is it that all of these boot campers do so phenomenally well? And you know what? It's these boot campers, it's our tribe's success that led to me being given the distinguished honor of Chiropractor of the Year from Sherman College of Chiropractic this weekend. Yes, thank you so much to Sherman, and my biggest hug, kiss, and congratulations to the boot campers who are literally changing their communities with the gift of chiropractic. So Jasmine, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's start right at the beginning. Like, what made you reach out and jump on a strategy session with me?
So I have been in practice for right about a year. And, you know, things were going okay. I was doing decent, but I just kind of hit a plateau, and I was to the point where I just didn't know what to do next. I knew I wanted to grow, but I didn't really know how. And I knew that there were things that I needed to work on and things I needed to open my eyes about. And honestly, I didn't even know where to start. So that's why I reached out to you.
Okay. So let me ask you this. What was the risk of just staying where you were? Like, why not stay at the plateau? What really drove it?
Just, I was feeling kind of unfulfilled, and I was feeling like I wasn't reaching my full potential. I didn't have a lot of confidence in myself as a chiropractor or as a business owner, really. And I just knew that I couldn't keep going like that because it was tough and not a place I wanted to stay in.
Why? What was tough?
The stress of, where do I get new practice members? Where do I start? If I don't have them in my practice, I'm not bringing any income. And then, like, what's even the point if I'm what's the point if I'm not making money? If I can't support my family? So that was, supporting myself and my family was really the biggest risk as staying at the place I was.
And so I could even hear there was almost like, oh, do I say that? Like, is it okay to say I want to support my family? So let's jump in there. What has been fundamental in changing that mindset for you in the boot camp of, heck yeah, I'm going to support my family?
Just being surrounded by people who aren't afraid to say that. Like, it's not a stigma to want to be able to run a business that supports your lifestyle. And I think that was a huge mindset shift for me, that it's okay to want that. And being surrounded by a tribe who feels that way has been huge.
Okay. So the stigma of having a business that supports and funds your ideal lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of the things that I try really hard to do in the boot camp is come from a place of, let's just be like, we might as well start with truth because we're always going to end with it, right?
Yeah.
So would you ever have a practice member come to you and you say, you know what, Barbara, just keep going to work. I recognize they're not paying you. And as a result of them not paying you, it's really hard for you to pay for chiropractic adjustments. It's really challenging for you to be able to buy organic food for your family, which is a high value for you. It's, like impossible for you to go on vacation, but you know what? Just stick with it, honey. Would you ever say that?
No.
never say that. But for a lot of chiropractors, every morning when they look in the mirror, that's kind of what they're saying to themselves. Like, go at it again. You should just be happy that you get to serve people.
Yes. Yes.
No, not true. Because then what happens is we're not in equal exchange, right?
Mhm.
That individual doesn't feel good about coming and stealing from you and your family, because that's really what's happening, right? So
Mhm.
we are the ones then, if we don't have fee systems in place and a way to be able to provide that value, capture the exchange of that called payment, and then to move that money forward, right? Because money is energy. It has to stay in motion.
Yes.
So we have to capture what they're paying us for that value that we're giving to them. And then we need to be able to make that money move, right?
Mhm.
So if we don't do that, what we've done is we've then set them up into position to steal. Healthy vibrational frequency or unhealthy vibrational frequency?
Unhealthy.
Unhealthy vibrational frequency. So what have been like your favorite ahas or strategies within the boot camp that have helped you turn that situation around?
You know, my favorite thing is the daily success sheet.
Okay.
That was the thing I started out as fast as I could, because I knew that if each day I was doing something, um, and not just anything, like not spending hours creating social media posts, not spending hours searching through ideas of what to put on social media, but actual actionable steps that could bring in new people and to help support and grow the people who I have seeing me already. That has been such a game changer for me. And I
Nice.
leave the office knowing that I've done solid things that are going to help me grow, and I love that.
Um, all right. So what on the daily success sheet, where do you find you're getting the most points?
You know what? Honestly, preparation. Like if you just review the daily success sheet, if you reviewed at the beginning of the shift, the end of the shift, if you listen to an audio, there's 27 points right there. Like how easy is that, you know? And then from there, it's just building up. And what's so exciting to me too is all of the points I get for serving a new practice member. Like today, I wasn't expecting to have somebody come in, and I was a little bit low on what I was going to meet today. And she called and I was like, yep, we're seeing you. And there's a ton of points right there by doing things you're already doing, your consultation, your exam, making sure all their stuff is complete and then sending them a thank you. Like that's awesome.
Gratitude, right? We
Mm-hmm.
always, we always want to be grateful but never satisfied. Always grateful but never satisfied. Always grateful but never satisfied. So
Yeah.
does the daily success sheet make it that, we get a lot of energy from winning, right? And one of the reasons that the boot camp is designed the way that it is momentum. Speed is the pace of the ultra successful. So when you join the boot camp and we go hard and we go hard and we go to hard, it's because winning begets winning. Right?
Yeah.
Losers lose, winners win.
Yep.
Like I didn't make it up. It's just the way that it is. So I'm really dedicated to helping boot campers get yourself in a position to win. So let's talk about the mindset of winning as it relates to the daily success sheet.
Oh, absolutely. Because I mean, that sets you up for a daily win. And I'm really glad you brought this up because my momentum, I mean, I think this is like week 5, maybe since I've joined the boot camp. My energy level of the momentum that I'm feeling just keeps growing and growing and growing with each day, with each little daily success sheet win, with each little new system I'm putting in. I mean, I didn't imagine that I'd be here at this time that I am right now. Like this is what I've been missing all along before the boot camp. So it's amazing.
That is awesome. So can we talk about your let's get down to business. What changes have happened in your numbers? Let's talk about people you're serving because we just talked about confidence. And at the beginning of this, you said, I didn't have a lot of confidence in myself as a chiropractor or a businesswoman, right?
Yeah.
And that confidence, now it's changed. What results are happening? And I want to talk about results in your practice and who you are at home.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. In terms of numbers, I haven't seen a huge growth yet, but I have seen consistent new people calling me, texting me, wanting to get in. Um, so that's huge in itself. Because before, nobody was knocking at my door saying, "Hey, I want you to be my chiropractor." So just the amount of calls, amount of feedback I've been getting, that new patient that I saw this morning, that's been huge. Um, and back to the daily success sheet, I know that while I'm here, I'm doing everything I can while I'm at the office. So when I leave the office, I'm good. I'm not at home stressing, thinking, I should have gotten this done, or why didn't I think of this? Sometimes I'm at home thinking, I can't wait to go back to go get this done. And like, that's not happened before. Like, that's been amazing.
So the DSS diets, the hamster wheel.
Yes, it
Right?
really does. Yeah.
So I start out with a plan every day, and then I complete the plan. And then when I get home, I don't have to do the running and 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 running. It's like, hey, I got my points.
Mm-hmm.
I'm set up for the next day that I'm in the office. I'm going to hit it hard again then. But right now, I'm going to be with my family.
Yep.
That is awesome. And what has your family said? Have they noticed a difference?
I think so. My husband's kind of in a stressful situation right now these last few weeks. So he's been kind of like nose to the grindstone for himself. But I think that he's probably noticed. And like, I came home at the end of last week and I was like, babe, I've had a fabulous day. And I was like, I don't care what happened to you today, but I had a really good day. So I definitely know that he's
awesome.
seen change too. And, just like telling him, like, listen, I can feel that momentum going up. Like, my business is about to skyrocket. So just hang in a little bit longer and we'll get there.
Nice. And that's an encouragement to our spouse, right? That now, and for those of you who have heard my story, because I wasn't living to my optimum potential, because I knew I was capable of more, but I wasn't doing it, I had to solve stuff. And so I created all kinds of problems in my marriage.
Yes.
That is awesome, right?
Yes.
Not healthy at all. So instead, now we're presented with challenges in our business that we can solve, so then we can go home and like Jasmine just said, I can feel good about myself. I can then be present for my spouse and hold them up when they need it. I can have that higher energy and be able to share that energy with them. So like Jasmine was saying, her husband's going through some stressful times at his business, and now he doesn't have to worry about her. She's doing her gig. She's got this figured out now at her practice. The money is flowing. The energy is flowing. Now that frees him up to do this over here. And, I've talked to so many women who are like, man, I want to grow my business because my husband supported me through Chiro school. Like, he's been the one carrying the load. And I want to tell all of you, enough of that. Enough of that. Your success is your duty, your responsibility, and your obligation. You're the one that took on the responsibility of being a chiropractor. Now get your business straight and make that business fund your ideal lifestyle. It's no longer acceptable to say, I don't know how. Get on the phone with me and let's talk about it. It's not your spouse's or your parents' responsibility to fund your life. It's your responsibility. Oh, Dr. Barb, that's kind of harsh. I'm sorry. This is big leagues now.
Yep.
You're a doctor,
and I think
on that debt, make it work.
Yeah, I think that's huge. And that's something that through the boot camp, like realizing you take responsibility for the food you put in your mouth, the exercise that you do, for everything else in your life. So you have, like, this is my responsibility. So whatever it takes, I've got to do it, And I think that's a mindset I didn't have before the boot camp.
Nice. And you're right. I hadn't really thought about it that way before. Like, hey, you're being responsible for everything else. Why can't you be also responsible for your own flipping success?
Yeah.
It's really, really true. Dr. Crum said word. Yeah, I know, right? Can I get an amen? Absolutely. All right. So as we wrap this up, what recommendations do you have to the individual who's like, you know what? I've seen the boot camp before, but I've done coaching. It didn't work for me. What do you say to that person?
I say to that, I was there. I did coaching before. I wasn't in the right spot. So you hop on a call with Dr. Barb, talk to her, figure it out, see if it's right. Because I think there is a fit for everybody. And I found my fit with you. So, even if you have to do several different calls to figure it out, like find the one that works the best for you. And this one is definitely what I needed.
Yeah. And I think it's for those who are stuck in that mindset, let me help you with something. And that is the excuses that you use in order to keep yourself small. You're going to find are the exact same excuses that individuals are using to not come into your practice or to suspend their care, right? So if your mindset is, I've tried coaching before, it didn't work for me. Let me tell you, there are all kinds of people running around your practice going, I've tried chiropractic before, it didn't work for me. Well, what if they just didn't go to the right chiropractor for them? Mm-hmm. Not that the other person was bad, but maybe it wasn't a fit for them. So you got to get that solved yourself, or your practice is a direct reflection of who you are. Now, if your past didn't serve you, then stop making it repeat itself. Change your mindset. Your mindset is what directs your future. So let me ask you this. What have you, and hey, Robin just joined us, Dr. Crump, Dr. Randy, Cindy and I played softball together when I was in high school. How cool. Hey, there's Kat and Robin and Chris. Thanks so much to all of you for joining us. Really love and appreciate having you in our audience. So let me ask you this about mindset. In your life, what mindset changes have happened, and what have been the critical levers to produce that from the boot camp?
I think, like you said, it's those little daily wins, just over time that compound and build up. And then I suddenly have the confidence to step out and say, I'm Jasmine. I'm a chiropractor. This is the business that I own. I've been hiding from that, honestly, for the last year because I was afraid of what people would think, or, I'm just some silly girl trying to pretend to own her own business, and it's those little wins. And also the tribe. Oh my gosh. Can I tell you about my event that happened last week?
Yes.
So I found out I was going to an event 48 hours before it happened. And so I jumped in the tribe and I was like, guys, I need help. I don't know what to do. And almost immediately I had so many helpful comments and, here's some good ideas and good luck and great job. And then, that was huge. Like having people that I can go and say, hey, listen, I'm lost. I don't know what to do. Help me figure out how to make this the best that I can. And that has been huge for sure.
Nice. So let me ask you about that. And congratulations for still saying yes. Like, do you think that before you joined the boot camp, if you had been asked that, would you have still said yes?
Probably not. I would have let fear slam that door because I would have been like, there's not enough time. I don't have the money to set up a booth. I have no idea what to do. Who am I to show up in this amount of time? Before the boot camp, that would have been everything that would have crossed through my mind.
All right. So let me ask you this. Before the boot camp, let's face it, there are lots of free Facebook pages in our profession, right? There's some that are just women. There are other chiropractic ones, right? That you could have gone and said, hey, I have this opportunity. What would you guys suggest? Right? And there are people who would respond, what's different about the tribe? So first we know about the tribe is now you have the confidence and you said yes, instead of stepping back in fear. So if you're watching this now or catch the replay, and it's about being in the right place at the right time and prepared. So Jasmine was in the right place at the right time, and she was prepared. So she said yes. What else is different about the ideas that you got when you're in the boot camp versus just being on some free page?
I think that within the boot camp, everybody's there to support each other. And, we're all there for the same purpose, to grow ourselves, but also help others grow. I think in a larger free group, especially just women, I don't think that that's always the mindset. I don't think that people are there for support and cheering on and say, way to go, here are some ideas. I just think the mindset in those is a little bit different. And the tribe just feels like there to support each other. And I don't even know these women. Like, I've never even met them, and they all jumped in with great ideas.
Yeah. And, another thing I love about, or the difference in the tribe too, is it's not just going to be ideas. It's going to be like, here's everything I've used at the last event, right? Like, here's all of my marketing, go into the Dropbox. And thanks to Dr. Robin is watching us. Dr. Robin, Dr. Jandy, and Dr. Aaron made the Dropbox almost 2 years ago now. Dr. Robin maintains it. And if you're not in the boot camp, you have no idea the gold that this is. So boot campers put their marketing in it, put their manuals in it, put their forms in it, and everyone just gets to use it. So what would have taken you maybe hours to produce, now it's just like bam. Or like the other day, someone said they were doing a screening and who had a stress survey. So like one of the kings of screenings, Dr. Tabor Smith, who is the week 5 boot camp coach, bam, here it is. I mean, it really, I think, also demonstrates the abundance mindset that is pervasive within the boot camp, that we don't come from a place of, ooh, if I help you, that means I'm going to lose. It's like, there's so much room. Let's all win.
Yeah.
Let's all win by changing and transforming our communities. All right. So to all of you, hey, Allie, good to see you. And Robin Ellsworth also joined. Dr. Robin Ellsworth, I just want to give this shout out to her real quickly. She joined the boot camp in December, was doing about $10,000 a month. In March, $75,000 a month.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Wow.
$65,000 cash practice. In a cash practice.
Way to go, Robin.
Way to go, Robin. And Robin, and this is how the boot camp is. If you don't know about the boot camp, let me just tell you something. So Robin took what she did, how she did that to go from $10,000 a month to $75,000 a month in less than 60 days, and made a week of content for the rest of the boot campers so that if they want to do that, they can follow in her footsteps. Like, what other group does that? Or like Dr. Sarah Perry, who just was on our live group coaching call, and what she did, and now being able to, this medical group, for those of you who don't think you can get referrals from medical doctors, this medical group asked her to set up electronic referral systems so they could refer to her. Right here. It's in our mindset. Hey, look at, there's Dr. Ronan. Ronan joins us from Israel.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
How cool is that? Welcome, my friend. Hey, Ronan, your name was up at the Regents and President's Circle at Sherman College, the gala on Friday night, for being a faithful donor to Sherman College. So congratulations to you, and thank you for supporting a great institution. So thank you. Jasmine, thank you so much for joining today. Yeah, it was super fun. And again, thanks to each one of you who are on. If you would do us the huge favor, I see that there are 14 of you right now. It could be more. Hit share. We're in this game called life, and we're in it to win it together. I don't know the people that you know. I know that Dr. Jasmine and I provided tremendous value. And the simple fact of you doing your part right now by hitting share means that we're a bigger community, and we are in this game called life, and we're in it to win it together. So please do hit share. Elizabeth Baus, I just saw that you joined us. Thank you. All right, Jasmine and the rest of you, have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye.